I saw that you and Conor were both in Sturgis. I'm wondering if you guys met at all and talked about the potential of his fight as well?
We talked, yeah. We talked. We didn't meet up, but we talked. And yeah,
a new name for yourself. Look at what has happened to Michael Perry. You know, one of our big stars here, the King of Violence. He titles himself, and you know he's had such a rise in the sport. Now he's up against you know, a little dweeb of a thing in a fight this weekend that we're all rooting for him.
Here's why this is so strange to me, AK, because usually every day there's a Conor tweet, and usually it's something about a fight that probably could never happen. And the day just goes on.
According to reports, Dana White has confirmed that Conor McGregor and Logan Paul will fight in India. Logan Paul and Conor McGregor are scheduled to fight in India.
McGregor and Logan Paul are set to fight in India, and those two guys are making $250 million a piece just for showing up. And how all this is possible might actually surprise you.
Da 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 da. It's the DLGG.
I know you're thinking, Conor McGregor is washed, and Logan Paul is just a YouTuber, right? Wrong. Logan's not a YouTuber anymore, and Conor is not just a fighter. These two are walking brands. Logan basically turned Prime into a $1 billion brand, and Conor, even though he's not even half of who he used to be, he puts asses in seats, and he sold his Proper 12 steak for a fortune. And what people don't realize is that their influence isn't just about skills anymore. It's about how well they've built their personal brands. And at this point, it's not about the product, because this fight will be trash.
And they're gonna have these crazy, extravagant press conferences where it gets really heated and they're arguing and they're just going back and forth at one another. And then it's gonna be marketed as the biggest fight of all time. There's gonna be so much anticipation built up around it. People just can't wait until that day comes. Then finally, it's time for fight night. All the prelims are pretty good. They have like a 20-minute walkout. And it's the most underwhelming fight you've ever seen. And I'll just imagine that Jake wins, Conor gets millions of dollars, and the next day we're talking about the fight being rigged once again. That's exactly how it's gonna play out. We've been here like 8 times. Don't fall for it. This fight is gonna suck.
Going on with Jake Paul, Conor McGregor? Is that fight happening or what?
probably not, no.
Are you closed off to it completely?
I'm never completely closed off to anything. I used to say that about, you know, things, but I don't say that anymore. You never know what could happen.
So do you think that Jake probably has a little bit more to prove to you as a fighter?
He shouldn't even be fighting Conor McGregor. There's weight classes for a reason.
What if Jake can cut to 145?
he just cuts half of his body off.
This struggle, which is purportedly supported by Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani, has not only sparked discussions but also...
I like Logan. A lot. Great kid. Who in this room thinks that's a great fight?
He's fighting...
Raise your hands, please, if him and Dylan Dennis is a great fight. I know he's fighting. Nobody? Not one guy?
Borderline unwatchable, but they're still able to get this much money because of their personal branding. These two have mastered the art of turning their names into billion-dollar empires. And the reason why they're able to do this is being unapologetically them.
I truly do think authenticity will be the key for creators, celebrities, influencers in this next decade.
And the good news is you don't have to be as big as Conor or Logan Paul to do this. In 2025, creating content around yourself is a literal non-negotiable. People with hundreds of followers, not millions, are making serious money by building a personal brand. Skills get you in the game, but branding takes you where you want to go.
Get in the game, but branding gets you where you want to go. People with hundreds of followers, not millions, are earning a lot of money. On social media site X, McGregor personally announced the Conor McGregor vs. Logan Paul fight. He made reference to a whopping $250 million compensation for the event, which, if true, would make it one of the most profitable.
They confirmed it. So Conor McGregor is due to fight Logan Paul, not to be confused with Jake Paul, in India for $250 million each. You ain't making your money back. So this is from Mac Life Official, who's one of my faves. The salt of the earth people. Conor McGregor and Logan Paul are featured as part of the historic Visit India tourism campaign, so it's government funded, yeah? It's a clash in Mumbai, iconic stadium. The two will be rewarded for their efforts, with McGregor set to walk away with $250 million. That's more than to fight Floyd.
Have you heard anything from Conor about the $1 million bet?
This mother disappoints me, because
I grew up really liking Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He's so entertaining. He's so good. When he fought Floyd, come on, that was like the most exciting sports event ever.
Yeah.
I was pumped for it. And now that we're kind of, you know, in some weird roundabout way, crossing paths, or he's training Dylan, and Dylan's the guy I'm fighting, and I have an opportunity to open a dialogue with him, he's kind of just disappointed me as a super.
Despite losing, his 2017 boxing bout against Floyd Mayweather demonstrated his ability to attract large pay-per-view crowds, solidifying his reputation as a worldwide sensation. He had to alter his technique, and we did.
He had to change his style, and fair play to him, he did. He adjusted, he changed his style, put the hands up more forward. He's composed. He's not that fast, he's not that powerful, but boy, is he composed.
Me and hands up towards your forehead, dipped in forehead on the chest, and started to fight that kind of fight. I didn't anticipate that. Three game changes in the fight. That's what a true champion does. Much respect. You came with it. You know what I mean? I gotta give respect to that. It was a hell of a fight.
Was he better than you had expected?
He's a lot better than I thought he was. He used different angles. He was a tough competitor, but I was the better man tonight.
In there, so he was making me throw, and he was patient with his shots. I've got to give him nothing but respect. Fair play to him. Great career.
Floyd's not ready for this. Much respect to Floyd. He's a solid businessman. What he has been able to do, he is a full animal at what he has been able to do. But as far as real fighting, as far as true, pure, unarmed combat, Floyd don't want none of this. I say, he does not want none of this. People won't even ask him. He wants it under boxing rules. He wants a boxing match. He doesn't want to fight. So I want to respect everyone in here. I love everyone is. Give Floyd a shout out, man.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes. Greatly increase India's travel and tourist sector. Here's all we know about Conor McGregor's decision to face Logan Paul, starting with Ed. The rumors that Conor would fight Elo Toria when he returned to the UFC, and Conor responded by tweeting that the rumors were untrue and that he was in negotiations with the Ambani family in India to host the exhibition match with Logan. Conor stated that he had agreed to do so and that
Conor McGregor has agreed to fight Logan Paul, and here's everything we know. It all started with the rumors of Conor fighting Ilia Topuria in his return in the UFC, and that's when Conor came out with this tweet that the rumors are false, and instead that he's in talks with the Ambani family in India to host the exhibition match with Logan. And Conor said he's agreed on his part, and then he's gonna return into the UFC. And if you're wondering why Logan versus Conor, why in India, here's the net worth of the Ambani family. $103 billion.
Ambani family is supporting McGregor's preliminary agreement to fight Paul in an exhibition boxing contest in India. It will be an exhibition, and they will undoubtedly attempt to get near, but I'm not sure where that type of meeting place will be, Conor's comments. Since Conor is now up around 170, they might be able to get around.
It's going to be an exhibition. They're obviously going to try and get close, but I have no idea where that kind of meeting point is going to be. Conor's up at like 170 odd now, so perhaps they can kind of get around that 190 range, 200 range. I'm really not sure, but yeah, an exhibition. I mean, straight away, my first thoughts are, how legit is this going to be? Because Conor's not going to want to sign for something where he's going to be made to look stupid. Logan... Logan wouldn't mind losing to Conor.
This fight seems amazing, but when you consider that it's pitting two of the best marketers in martial arts history against each other, it becomes clear that McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who will use all of his social media influence too.
And I mean, on paper, this sounds fantastic, right? This is going to be a great fight. But then you think about who's fighting. Arguably two of the greatest marketers in martial arts history. Of course, we have McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who's going to use all of his social media power to get everyone under the age of 15 to buy the pay-per-view. And I think every single person knows exactly how this is going to play out. This fight is going to be set sometime in late 2025 or 2026. McGregor's going to start talking early, make personal attacks, yada yada yada. Logan's going to make it his entire personality and keep posting videos on social media to promote it,